What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Wrestling World. Mysterious things have really become a popular topic in the WWE as of late. The whole mystery aspect can build up hype and bring attention to really anything you want if you use it right, and that's what the WWE is now doing with things such as Liv Morgan's new character and Erick Rowan's Cage. We'll go over a few of these topics in today's video, and give an update to everything that's going on. Let's jump into it. Let's start off with Erick Rowan. Erick Rowan did have quite a busy year in 2019. Erick spent the majority of the year alongside Daniel Bryan and just being his sidekick. Daniel Bryan and Erick Rowan's partnership would last until the summer of 2019. Rowan and Daniel Bryan would run into some conflict with each other after the entire Roman Reigns backstage attack storyline. Roman Reigns was strangely attacked backstage, and the #1 suspect at the time was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan insisted that it wasn't him, and then footage later on revealed that it was Rowan who was behind the attacks. This led to Rowan having a short run as a top heel on Smackdown, as he faced off against Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, but then the story was dropped and nothing really came of it for Rowan. This led to Rowan being drafted to Raw as a part of the 2019 draft, and now Rowan has something interesting happening with his character. Rowan now brings this mysteriously covered cage to the ring with him for all of his matches. We often see many of his opponents run to the cage and try to uncover it, but Rowan always stops them just in time. So, what's under the cage? Let's go over everything we know so far. So on top of Rowan bringing the cage to ringside, we also get these promos of him talking to the cage. He says some lines such as, "Are you hungry?" and "I'm not gonna let anything happen to you." So, just judging off the lines alone, we're led to believe that this could be an animal of some sort. Well, that could partially be true. The rumor going around right now is that it could be a new sheep or other animal-themed mask for Rowan. Masks have always been a part of Erick Rowan's look, especially with his entrance attire, but Rowan hasn't worn a mask in quite some time. This is leading many to wonder if this is a new way of introducing a new mask for his character. Of course, if you want to get real out there with your theories, then you could wonder if this could be connected to Liv Morgan, but that may be considered reaching a bit too far. Speaking of Liv Morgan, a lot is going on with her, despite her still being off of television. When WWE announced a new character was coming to the Firefly Funhouse, everyone's first guess was Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan even played up to the idea by posting a picture of the Smackdown commentators to Twitter, along with the caption of, "I spy." This made fans go even more wild, and Liv Morgan actually made it to the top 20 trends on Twitter, right around 9:50 p.m. Eastern, because everyone thought the return would happen in that main event segment. Bray Wyatt did say that he's a man of his word about the new face for the Funhouse, but the only thing that ended up happening was him dragging Daniel Bryan down and ripping off his hair. So maybe technically the new face was Daniel Bryan's new look, because that's all that happened. Liv Morgan did go right back on Twitter to acknowledge that she was trending, by posting a picture of the trending list and saying, "But I can hear you." So Liv Morgan's return didn't happen at all. Now, would it have been cool to see something like The Fiend pull Daniel Bryan under the ring and then pull up Liv Morgan? Yeah, something that definitely would have made everyone go wild for her return, but we didn't get anything like that. You also have to remember that Liv Morgan was officially drafted to Raw, so the chances of her returning alongside The Fiend or just SmackDown in general is slim to none. So, her return will happen on Raw, and it has a lot of fans intrigued with what will happen with Liv Morgan next. Even without being on TV in months, Liv's popularity seems to be growing just off of all this speculation. So hopefully, WWE takes advantage of all the hype surrounding her and doesn't wait so long that the hype burns out. But even I myself am really interested with everything going on with Liv Morgan, so you can definitely expect constant updates until we finally get her return eventually. But going back to Erick Rowan, that's going to be another mystery to keep your eyes on. It might not be a huge reveal, but it is something that the WWE is hyping up themselves and giving a lot of TV time to, so it definitely has to serve some purpose when it's finally revealed. But we may not get a Rowan Cage reveal anytime soon, because it's still fairly new, so the WWE will likely continue to tease the cage for a while. So, like we said before, it sounds like WWE wants the viewer to believe there's a live animal of some kind in there, but don't be surprised if that's not the case at all. Rowan is one of WWE's more darker and out there characters, so it's definitely a possibility that he could be talking to an inanimate object, so be on the lookout for that. But what are your thoughts on these situations with Liv Morgan and Erick Rowan? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed.